Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm happy to see you all. I would like to say thank you for coming to my presentation entitled Strengthening Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise in Response to the Policies and the Views of Domestic Product in Bekasi City. Before start the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Iksan. I am from Bekasi City. I'm a lecturer at the program D3 Administrasi Bisnis, Politeknik Negeri Jakarta. At the first, I would like to give you outline of my presentation. My presentation divided into 5 parts. First, background. Second, method. Third, finding. Fourth, discussion. And fifth, conclusion. At the first, I'd like to explain background of research. The government has issued several policies regarding the use of domestic product to meet the needs of government procurement of goods and services through the state budget. These policies include Presidential Instruction Number 2, Year 2022, Presidential Decree Number 15, Year 2021, and Joint Circular Letter of LKPP and Ministry of Home Affairs, Year 2022, with promoting the use of domestic product in government procurement through state budget allocation. But the fact show that the realization of domestic product expenditure, or we call it PDN, is still low. Until June 2022, at 21.84%, and it is falling short of the 40% commitment. The realization of PDN is for overall PDN spending. If it is traced further, the use of UMKM product is even smaller. And the lack of maximum use of domestic product is also caused by UMKM product that will have not been able to meet the needs of procurement of goods and services in government agencies. Government policies regarding the use of domestic product in the procurement of goods and services in government agencies are both challenges and opportunities for UMKM to meet the government procurement needs. As we know, the government and also local governments have made various efforts to strengthen UMKM, but these efforts have not been able to solve the problems and obstacles However, this effort have not been able to solve the problem and obstacle faced by UMKM. In line with the policy of using domestic product in the procurement of goods and services in government agencies, the right strategy is needed to strengthen UMKM. And the main goal is to increase the competitiveness of UMKM so that the product of UMKM can meet the needs of procurement goods and services in local government agencies. We chose Bekasi City as a locus of the research because its commitment to use domestic product, and they get the first place in the use of domestic product in Regency or city category in Indonesia in year 2022. The study aimed to describe the strengthening of UMKM carried out by Bekasi City government in terms of capital, product, and and marketing in response to policies and the use of domestic product in Bekasi City government. The concept of strengthening we use as all action taken by Dinas KUKM Bekasi City to enhance UMKM in the aspect of product, capital, and market. And then we go to method of research. Our research focus is Bekasi City Government, especially Dinas Koperasi and UMKM Bekasi, effort to enable UMKM to comply with the policy of using domestic product in Bekasi City Government procurement. We use qualitative approach to do the research, and we use primary and secondary data. Primary data coming from in-depth interviews with stakeholders, which is purposefully selected, representing local government, private UMKM entities, and academic. While secondary data coming from physical and electronic documents collected from Dinas KUKM Bekasi City and other relevant source. And we use descriptive analysis, start by reviewing and studying the result of previous research on empowering or strengthening UMKM. And after that, the important findings of previous research can use as a comparison material for the obtained primary data. To ensure the validity of the qualitative data, we use data validation using a triangulation process. And we go to finding. We find that local government of Bekasi City issued surat edaran Wali Kota Bekasi, circular letter of the Mayor City of Bekasi, aligns with Presidential Instruction Number 2, year 2022. The instruction is an effort to support the development of micro, small, and medium enterprise (UMKM) and small and medium industries or IKM sector so that they can be more independent and empowered to support economic growth in Bekasi. We find that in Bekasi City, there are approximately 163,000 to 250,000 UMKM, employing over 500,000 workers and operate in several sectors like trading, food and beverage, processing industries, and other activities. On this amount, as many as 8,681 UMKM, guided by Dinas KUKM Bekasi City, and we call it UMKM Binaan, with various business types, mainly culinary and fashion. It is coming from 56 urban villages in 12 district in Bekasi City. Dinas KUKM Bekasi City Dinas KUKM Bekasi City facilitates UMKM through training for product inclusion in local e-catalog. Total product in local e-catalogs increased from 18,000 on July 2023 to 20,000 on August 2023. Purchasing of goods and services by local government are made through a purchasing in electronic procurement system application, and products available for purchase are located at local catalog, and purchases through local catalog increased from 298 packages in June to December 2022 to 1,763 packages in January to June 2023. And total expenditure of Bekasi City government is increased from more than 27 billion in June to December 2022 to more than 122 billion in January to June 2023. One of the efforts to strengthen UMKM in Bekasi is through the UMKM Juara program. This program conducted by local government of Jawa Barat in collaboration with Bank BJB. This program provides a comprehensive 6-month mentoring process. It includes business meeting, exhibition, and foreign exposure for participating UMKM. The strategy to strengthen UMKM in Bekasi City by the Dinas KUKM Bekasi City is carried out in 3 ways, which are empowerment, financing, and promotion, and covers aspect of product, financial, and marketing. In the product aspect, Dinas KUKM Bekasi City implement socialization and training on home industry food, PIRT, PIRT certification, training on packaging skill, socialization on self-declared halal certification, product legality, and other relevant aspect to increase the quality of product of UMKM. In the financial aspect, local government of Bekasi City give capital support to UMKM through Bank Syariah Patriot. It's prepared a budget up to 63 billion rupiah to be used as a revolving loan to UMKM, and also provide stimulant funds to UMKM players that we know program pembiayaan dana bergulir pemerintah Kota Bekasi untuk UMKM maju. In the marketing aspect, Dinas KUKM Bekasi City assist UMKM in marketing their product, include regular exhibition, digital marketing training, and collaboration with modern retailers. And local government of Bekasi City also established an UMKM center and gallery in Bekasi City Government Complex. Dinas KUKM Bekasi City also encourage collaboration with modern retailers to provide UMKM a special place, especially for food and product. From the finding described before, we can say that in the development of UMKM, the role of local government is as facilitators, regulators, and catalysts as carried out by the Tuban Regency government and Rekang Regency government. Strengthening UMKM reaches all sub-district and city village in Bekasi City, but is only carried out for UMKM that have been registered as UMKM assisted by the Dinas KUKM Bekasi, or we call it UMKM Binaan. So the activities were only able to reach a small number of UMKM Bekasi City. Strengthening in this way needs to be done to UMKM because like in other regions, UMKM in Bekasi City also face various problems, both in financial and non-financial aspect, which then affects the performance of UMKM. Reinforcement to strengthen UMKM is not only carried out incidentally when needed, but should be accompanied by continuous assistance. One way is to establish several UMKM in several regions to become the pilot project to strengthen UMKM. Strengthening also need to include increasing the ability of UMKM human resources, because the lack of managerial and human resources in UMKM caused they are unable to run their business properly. Strengthening from the product side has not yet reached the product quality improvement so that UMKM product have high competitiveness in the market. Strengthening in capital needs to be done to overcome one of the classic problem faced by UMKM, that is the difficulty of accessing source of capital, especially credit from bank. Strengthening in promotion carried out through digital marketing training, budgets, and product curation is useful for introducing UMKM product to the market customer. Digital marketing training is very important because the growth of electronic commerce or e-commerce this time is very high. We go to conclusion. There are some conclusion that we can take from this research. First, the use of domestic product in the procurement of goods and services in Bekasi City is encouraged through policies in the form of Bekasi Mayor Circular Letter, which encourage organisasi perangkat daerah or OPD in Bekasi City to use domestic product, especially UMKM and IKM product in carrying out the procurement of goods and services and helping to promote this product through social media. The strategy to strengthen UMKM is carried out the government of Bekasi City, both on the capital side, the production side, and the marketing side. The strategy to strengthen UMKM is carried out with empowerment, financing, and promotion strategies. Number 3, effort to strengthen UMKM have not been able to reach all UMKM in Bekasi City, but only a small number of UMKM which registered as assisted UMKM, or we call it UMKM binaan. Strengthening UMKM through empowerment program is still carried out incidentally through various training, but has not been accompanied by continuous assistance and has not been carried out in the form of empowerment pilot project that provide ongoing assistance to make small and micro upgrade to medium and medium to large business. Strengthening UMKM does not include program to improve the quality of human resources to be more creative and innovative, to increase product competitiveness, as well as business management to make UMKM bankable to access capital source. And the 6, the strengthening activities have also involved all actors following the pentahelic concept, but the most dominant role is still the government, followed by universities and business actors, while the role of association and media is still low. Thank you for listening and attention during the presentation. I'm very sorry if there is any mistake in this presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.